Take two again, because I forgot to turn off the music again. So here we are. I will start. Bless you, Tom.
I'm sorry.
Tom is not joining us today for the voiceover, but he decided to sneeze his way into it anyway. What a dickhead. Anyway. No, I'm kidding, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Anyway, here is the At Night with No Lights challenge made by Hatsy. I'm a little late to the party, as is tradition. I think Tom just got paint over himself. Very nice. He's painting. Did I just say that? I did. Okay. Challenges are fun. I really like challenges. I feel like they stop you from building the same things over and over again. I build traditional things a lot more. I feel like I'm better at them. I prefer modern builds. I don't know, I like the sleek look. I think Tom prefers traditional looking houses and stuff, but I prefer super modern things. I don't know. They look sleek and clean and are probably not located in London, which is always a plus. But yeah, I build traditional things a lot, so I just feel like I'm better at them. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this really, because I'm building a traditional one right now. It's like, oh yeah, really trying new things there. Good work. But I mean, it was at night without lights. Figured I'd play it somewhat safe. Anyway, so this is in Windenburg at night time, which I believe Hatsy said was in what I believe is the darkest lot. It doesn't even look that dark now. But anyway, I'm sure anyone here probably knows the rules by now. But whatever, why not go through it anyway? So, as the title...
Sorry.
That's okay, just keep ruining it. That's fine. I don't know if the mic even picked that up. Tom just rinsed his paintbrush and was apologising, but it's fine. We don't mind here. It's not the most professional environment anyway. But yeah, At Night with No Lights, basically as the title says, exactly what it says on the tin, you build in The Sims at night time without any lights around to help you. Exterior wise, it's not too hard. As you can see, it's light enough, it's not that bad. You can see all the walls clearly and everything. It's really not very dark at all. Interior was a little bit harder, especially with paintings and wall decor. They turn completely black, literally jet black. It's like, wow, that looks like something has gone wrong in the game, but no, it's just dark enough that the walls don't appreciate paintings. I don't know. So we went for this sort of traditional English house, I guess. I don't know, it's pretty generic. I don't know if it really represents a place in particular, but I was kind of thinking of just the big nice houses that are nearish to me. Like if I stay on a bus for half an hour and I get into a nice neighbourhood, this is what the houses end up looking like. Not mine, but you know, there we go. Well, I don't have my own house obviously, because I decided to go to uni and waste all my money on a debt there. I just got my student finance letter today saying, are you still not making enough money to pay us back? You better prove it, or we'll take money anyway, because we're student finance. I hate student finance. Don't know how much of a thing that is in other countries. You can get loans, obviously, but student finance, I think that might be just a UK thing, but you probably have alternatives elsewhere. Let me know if you also have the awful life-sucking force that is some kind of student financial aid thing. I hate it. So many things went wrong with it. For everyone I know who's gone to uni had at least one issue with them. At least. And that's being kind and toning it down. I had a few. Tom had a few. About 2 months into my course. Okay, so when I signed up, initially I wasn't sure which university I was going to go to, but I had to sign up and I had to put one on my page on the signing up application location site thing, yes. And I put down a different one because I changed my mind afterwards, based on location, because I had to stay close to family and that sort of thing. So I rang student finance like a couple of months prior to going to uni, and I was like, I've actually changed my university that I'm going to. Can I change this online? I don't seem to have an option to do so. Would you be able to do it for me? And they said, oh, you really don't need to do it. It doesn't matter where you're going. I was like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, no, it's fine. It doesn't matter. It can stay the same. It won't have any effect. So I was like, okay, thank you. 2 or 3 months into being at university, we used Turnitin, which is one of the most awful inventions known to man. And I got a warning when I signed in saying my account was going to be suspended because they hadn't received my tuition fees. So I was like, that doesn't seem right. What have I done wrong? So I called student finance and they were like, oh yeah, well, your account's going to be frozen online. I mean, well, that's what university says. Your account's going to be frozen online. You can't turn in your essays or anything because we haven't received your payments. And I was like, yeah. So I called student finance and they were like, oh yeah, your university is incorrect online. And I was like, excuse me. I tried to change this. And they were like, well, you should have changed it. And I said, I've called up. I tried to change it. And someone said it was fine. It wasn't fine. In the end it was okay. I managed to submit my thing on time, but it was so stressful and they take ages to sort things out. Anyway, totally irrelevant stuff right there. Now you all know another bit about my life that you didn't care to know. So you're welcome. Back to the house. Wallpapers was a bit tricky. What? Wallpapers were a bit tricky. It was dark enough, I suppose, that was a bit of a challenge. I didn't know how complementary the colours were together, and I was changing my mind. I was like, do I want the red sliding with the red brick instead of the like brownish brick? I use that Tudor sort of wallpapery look quite often. I don't actually like it that much. I feel like it looks too busy. I didn't record it because I'm an idiot, but I recently gave Windenburg a huge makeover. I can't remember what was originally. Oh, the library that was there. We replaced it with a big pub, and it's very Tudory, and it's got a cheeky Oblivion reference in there. I just uploaded it. See if you can find it. And then I made a museum, which I also gave a title from a location in Oblivion. Oblivion's a great game. Main story's pretty dry. The first time I played it, it went completely awry. I got stuck in a painting. I don't know if anyone's played it enough to, probably, I'm sure you have. The painting level, that's like, that was the worst. It made me want to die. It was horrible. Got completely stuck. But, so I made a Khajiit called Bucky, which is named, well, no, I have a cat called Bucky, and I made it look like him, kind of, and named it after him, but in game it's actually BUCK apostrophe EA, just to, I mean, not EA, EH, sorry, just to Khajiit it up a little bit. But yeah, and so with Bucky, as I'm pronouncing it in Oblivion, I joined the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild. I'm really far in both. Dark Brotherhood is really fun, and I'm not good at playing characters like that. I normally do it goody two-shoes. I always like doing that on my main playthroughs, making like a proper paragon of it, like complete hero sort of thing. But this time I was like, yeah, you know, let's do something different. Let's take this adorbs cat and kill people, and that's what we're doing. It's pretty great. I think the Dark Brotherhood really makes the game. It just does. I mean, the voice acting is obviously fantastic. You know. Has everyone seen that bit where the female voice actor says, oh, I wasn't happy with that, let me do that line again? Fantastic stuff there. Okay, this is completely random now, but you know the roofs in The Sims, or in real life? I really wish we had, what's the word? You know, chalets. That's how you say it, right? Chalets, like in France and stuff, Alps, I don't know. They have the windows that really fit on cabins. Like, triangular shaped almost, just that they fit on those roof pieces perfectly. We need that. We do. That would look so nice. So nice. Because It's really cool doing a rustic looking cabin or old traditional chalet and then having these really modern windows. It looks just something so refreshing about it. I don't know. Windows took a while. Windows always take a while. I'm pretty obsessed with windows. I think I do too many because on the outside I'm like, yeah, that looks great, and then inside it's like, wow, how can they go to the bathroom? There are windows literally everywhere. Like, they'd always have to be completely curtained, like just utterly festooned in curtains because there's so many big windows everywhere. I made over a penthouse the other day, and it's the one, you know, the one blah 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 blah. You know, the one in the rich district. I've forgotten the name of it. Fake fan. But the one in the really rich district, the one that has 3 floors. That one, yes, the one with the massive, unnecessarily huge pool underneath on the last floor. That has windows everywhere. Everywhere. And it doesn't really matter too much because it's so high up, but I'm sure in a city like that, because they have helicopters and stuff, and I know they do, because if you like tab and scroll through around the city, wander around by yourself, as you do, you can see helicopter pads on top of buildings in places, and so that would not be cool. Like, imagine a news helicopter going by your bathroom window while you're on the loo. Not great. I don't know why I said loo. I never say loo. That's really weird. Why did I say that? I don't know. Videos make you do weird things because it's still awkward. It's still awkward. I know you feel awkward too, watching this, listening to this. It doesn't seem to get better so far, but that might just be me. I've heard people say after doing it for a long time it gets better, but that's usually vloggers and they get used to taking a camera around. I don't know, like, I got coffee with a friend recently and we took about 10 minutes trying to stage a really nice photo of our coffees, and a lady next to us kept glancing at us and like snickering, and like not in a mean way, just like I think she found it kind of funny because she was there doing her work and we were there doing nothing of any value, just trying to take a really nice photo of our coffee. I mean, it was worth it. We got like 30 likes, which is pretty dank. Okay, no, don't say that word, and I'm joking, that it wasn't worth it. It was really embarrassing. That was a nice coffee though. Coffee's great. Coffee is my favourite thing in the world after cats and The Sims. I'm sure you all wanted to know that. You're welcome. But if you like coffee shops, on my Instagram I'm very regularly posting photos of coffees from various coffee shops I try. I recently went for an interview in Borough again, and I went to Monmouth Coffee. Some of you might have heard of it, especially if you live in London. I don't know if it's in other countries. Their coffee was great. I was really surprised. It's a massive queue. There's always a massive queue. Any time of day, massive queue. Didn't seem worth it, but I had to wait for quite a while, so I figured, why not? I need coffee to live. Which I do. I'm not addicted, I just need it to live. The queue actually only took about, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. It wasn't that bad. Plus I could watch them making the coffee, which is always entertaining for me because I'm a jaded adult now. It's quite depressing. Inside it's quite small, there's not a lot of seating, but it's really cute. There was this little seating area raised up, it was really small, it was just so cute, and they have all their coffee beans from various origins. Next time I go I might try the filter coffee. I'd like to try a few different ones in one go, but I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't feel like I'm affected by caffeine. If I'm tired, I don't feel like it wakes me up. I feel like I'd still fall asleep if I close my eyes. But it does make my heart beat faster, so I know it's working. And after a while, after about 3 cups, I feel a little bit dizzy. But worth it. Anyway, the coffee there was pretty great. It was super strong and bitter, how I really... well, not painfully bitter, but just it's strong. Chain coffee stores are helpful, you know, to not blow up and be able to continue on your day, but they're often too sweet. They just all taste really sweet. I'm not into it. Coffee's not meant to be sweet. I don't like it. I don't like it. At my last job, it was weird. I was at a magazine, a wedding magazine, which is even more weird. I don't like thinking about it. Every time I go past a wedding dress shop now, I feel a little nauseous from the memories. but the people I worked with were great. I think I've said this before, probably. I relive it too often. And yeah, so we shared our offices with solicitors. Every other office in the building was inhabited by solicitors and lawyers and consultants. And we were just there writing about wedding things. I felt kind of weird and stupid a lot of the time, but there we go. They were also all really tall and wearing expensive suits, and then usually I was just there in jeans and a really old raggy shirt, and I just cover it up with a smart looking coat that I actually got on sale, but nobody had to know. Where was I going with this? I don't know. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, coffee. So the kitchen was a communal kitchen for our office and the one like right across the hall, and there they had a massive tub of coffee. It was huge, like a couple feet tall. If I put it on the floor, it'd be up to my knee. It was pretty big. So one of my co-workers and I, who we both needed coffee to survive the day, so we'd sneak in the morning and take some of the coffee. They made a lot of money. They were really successful lawyers, okay? We just needed 1 cup of coffee a day. Throughout the entire duration of my stay there, they never found out, but a couple months ago my co-worker said that they took the coffee back to their office, so that was a bit awkward. We didn't take much. There was a massive thing. We only took like a teaspoon each time. We didn't even have it super strong, okay? We never used their milk, we just had it black. We were being pretty kind of good. We didn't, yeah. We just wanted some coffee. Did I just spend the last 10 minutes talking about coffee? I'm so sorry. I mean, I don't know what to say about the build really. You can see what I'm doing. It wasn't inspired by anything. Like I said, just if I get on a certain bus, it takes me a certain way. That sounds so mysterious, it's unnecessary, but yeah, about half an hour to 40 minutes away from me. There's just some really nice looking houses. It's really unfortunate for them that their beautiful houses are on a bus route. It's a bit annoying. We went that way the other day. We went bowling because it was Tom's birthday on the 20th. And a couple of days before that, we met up with his friends and we went bowling. I didn't do as badly as I thought I did, and Tom did even better than we both thought we would. He went bowling as a kid, but only once when he was really little, and I'd never been. So I expected to do really badly. Tom came second. One of his friends, okay, so there's kind of 2 competitions going on. One of his mates was like, he left us in the dust. He was clearly gonna win right away. He was really good at it. He said it's because his girlfriend and her friends went bowling all the time, so he felt he had to get good at it quickly. The rest of us didn't have that, so the rest of us weren't amazing, but Tom and one of his friends, they were on similar points the whole time, and they ended up 2 points apart. Tom won by 1 point against him. And then me and one of Tom's other friends were just, you know, right at the back, doing absolutely piss poor stuff. I won, by the way, in that. I mean, you could say I came 4th, but in that competition with 2 people, I came 1st, so, you know. Now I feel like I sound like Michael from The Office, and that's not a good thing. Where are we? Did we go upstairs? This is the kids' room. Throw in a kids' room. It looks like a family house. There's a downstairs bedroom that's supposed to be for a granddad who lost his wife. This is very specific now. You can put whoever you want there. It can be an older sibling who the parents are like, okay, you gotta move out soon. There's too many children here. And he's like, why did you even have me in the first place? I know it was an accident, Mum. And they're like, no, don't say that. And then things happen. Why is there this drama? What's going on in this scenario? What's happened? It's spinning out of control. Wanted to do a kids' room, seemed cute. It still doesn't look that dark, but there you go. But yeah, there's a downstairs bedroom for a granddad who I want to be an archaeologist, or he's always wanted to be an archaeologist, but his life was too busy. But his wife had passed away the last couple of years, so maybe he's gonna go to Salvadorada soon and try to live out that aspiration he's always had. Yeah, that's deep. And then there's 2 parents. There's a parents' room across the way. Oh, there doesn't have to be 2 parents. There can be whoever you want. Maybe it's a teenager looking after their younger siblings. Whoever you want. can live here. I don't mind. You can see those posters right now, the calendar and stuff. Everything on the walls went black. Like, you can barely see it. I don't know why. Because all the other furniture looks pretty alright. You can tell what things are at least, and what colours they are. But anything on the wall, it's like, wow, is there a picture there? That looks just like a void into nothingness. Like in the episode of The Simpsons when behind the bookshelf Homer went into like this 3D world. Everything looks like that. The windows as well sometimes just look black. It's pretty odd. This is the parents' room. Pretty basic stuff. Throw a desk in so it's like a home office. Like the downstairs room might have been their office once, but now someone's living in there, so they've had to make concessions and just share a desk upstairs. They have an ensuite bathroom though, which is pretty neat. We were watching this home show the other day, like realtors and real estate brokers and stuff. It was an American one, and it's the first time I've seen an American one. I've seen English ones. I don't watch them I don't really watch TV much. I just watch anime online. Recently we've been watching The Office. We're nearly finished. It's better than I expected. I think we said this in the last one. I'm sorry, I totally forget. I'm obviously senile and old or something. But yeah, this is my first time seeing an American real estate show, and it was so weird. It was so strange because it felt more like a reality show. Like there was this point where this lady who was the owner of the house, or the designer of the house, she was like, I actually want to bring a female agent on board with this. And then it just panned straight to the dude, real estate agent, and it had that dum sound effect, and he looked really shocked and not okay with it. And then it cut off to the adverts, and then it went back. And he was like, I don't understand why you think you need another agent working on this. I've got this. I'll be good on my own. I've proven myself before, and stuff like that. And she was like, right, well, why don't you tell me where the nearest preschool is? And then there was the dun sound effect again when it went to his face, and he just looked lost. And she was like, yeah, that's why. And I was like, wow, how heteronormative. Okay, no, I didn't actually say that or think that, but still. It was just unnecessarily dramatic. And then it went to another dude. It was the same program. It went to another dude, and this woman was his client, but she'd been giving her business. His colleagues had been giving their business cards to her, and she was like considering them. And then they had like this weird, a mini sort of thinly veiled argument, pretending to be polite. And I was like, is this a reality TV show? What's going on? This is about selling houses, and they've got like these dramatic problems between people, and like then it went to them sitting down in a room like an interview, like in America's Next Top Model or something. They're like, I just don't understand why this is happening. So that was that. Anyway, let's head into the video tour now. I hope you liked the build. Let me know what you thought. You can download this from the gallery. It doesn't have lights, but you could put those in if you wanted to. But maybe we should conserve electricity. Oh well. See you next time, bye. don't forget to like and subscribe and stuff.